Hey everyone, Shadows here. Today I'm showing you a step-by-step tutorial on how to port Fortnite skins from the game files over to Blender. So those models that you download online that you use to pose and make your thumbnails with, I'm going to be showing you today how to make your own ones with your own skins of your choice. So the first thing you're going to do is go to the link in the description below, glider.org. This is where you can download UModel, which is the program we're going to be using to go into the game files. So it'll open up as Glider's homepage. Click this download button here and it'll take you to the download section down here. There's the Windows 32 version, which we're going to be using in today's video. Just click this and it will start downloading. Now the thing with UModel is that there's updates quite frequently because UModel is quite a glitchy program going into the game files and stuff. So there was an update yesterday, 23rd of November, right now it's 24th. So every time there's a new update you need to download the new version and use that instead. So your old UModel will probably stop working. So every time that does happen and it stops working, head to the link in the description below and download the new version. So just click this and it will start downloading. I've already got it downloaded, so we've got it right here. We're going to just double click it like so and it will load up. Ignore that, I definitely have bought WinRAR. You've got umodel.exe, sdl2.dll and readme. Ignore the readme, it does say to read it, but you don't need to really. Select these two files underneath readme and drag them to the desktop like so. Just leave them somewhere, you can leave them in desktop downloads wherever you really want to. We're just going to leave them like there. And we're just going to delete this umodel_win32. We're just going to delete that zip file that we just downloaded. So we've got the two files here. We're just going to leave them there. Now we need to put these inside our game files. So we're going to need to find our game files first. So your game files, most of, like 99% of people, they have them in the same place as everyone else. There's a slightly different chance that it could be somewhere else, but I'm 99% sure that you'll have it in the same place as me. So go to your file browser, head to the Windows C, your actual PC, like your whole PC files. Go to Program Files, Epic Games, Fortnite Game, Content, Packs, and here is your Packs folder. This contains .pak files and .isig files. This is all of your Fortnite. This makes up Fortnite. All these 4 million kilobyte files. This is all of the Fortnite game files, but we can't really do anything with it right now. We can't like access it right now. We need to use UModel to do that. So we're gonna select these two files and drag them into your packs folder. So they should just pop up right at the bottom. sdl2.dll and umodel.exe. So there'll be all these pack files, all these massive pack files that you'll need to ignore. Just make sure that you have these two files in your packs folder. So once you've done that, just run this UModel. So double click UModel and it will load up. It will pop up with this like little program. Ignore that. You just need to make sure that the UE viewer startup options you have selected. So this path to the game files up here, it should have program files, Epic Games, Fortnite game, content, packs, or something like that. Basically, it should end in packs, PAKS. It should end in packs. So if it doesn't, just click these three little buttons here and find your packs folder. But for me, we've put it in our packs folder, so it should automatically pop up with packs. So once you've done that, tick this override game detection, and there'll be two drop down arrows. On this first drop down arrow, we're going to click drop down arrow and select the latest version of Unreal Engine. So for us, it's right now it's 4. For you, it could be 5 or 6 or 7, depends how far in the future you're watching this video. But right now it's 4. Select the highest number basically. Unreal Engine, not 3. Unreal Engine 4. I did click 4, didn't I? Whatever. Unreal Engine 4. Click the most recent version and do the same with this. So scroll down. Unreal Engine 4.24 is the latest version for me, but for you, it could be literally anything else. So we're going to make sure that you've got them the latest version. Should be the highest number basically. It could be 5.5, it could be 4.5, it could be literally anything. So just select the highest number. It used to be 4.23 a few months ago, but it changed to 4.24, so it could be updated far beyond 4.24 by the time you're watching this video. But select the most recent version and under export only classes, click sound. So your UE viewer startup options should look something like this. Make sure you've got this, basically something looking like this. These two drop down arrows could be something different, but make sure it looks like this when you're opening UModel, and just click OK. So here we have to put in the Aes Encryption Key. This key changes every single update and it's used to get into the game files and access them. So leakers, they release this Aes key, they find it, I don't really know exactly how they find it, but they find it somehow, and every time there's a new Aes key we post it in our Discord. Well, I have a Discord server, there's a link in the description below to join it. You'll need to join it and go to the Aes channel in a minute, but join my Discord server, scroll down to the bottom and underneath porting there'll be an Aes key area. So click on the Aes key channel and just open up your find the latest Aes key. So For me it's the 11.20. Make sure that you're selecting the one with numbers like 11.20, or it could be like 12.5 by the time you're watching this. It could be probably 11.5. I don't know, it could be anything. Depends how many updates there's been. So every single update is a new one. This is the latest one. These ones are for individual skins that get decrypted like after an update's happened. So ignore these ones unless you're actually porting these skins. But for now, we're just going to select all of these numbers starting with 0x. Select them all, Control C. Make sure you're selecting the most recent version, the most recent AES key. So copy all those, go back to UModel and Control V to paste. So once you've done that, we're just going to click OK, and UModel will start loading up. Now it might take a second because there's a lot of game files to open, but once this log has finished, you'll be loaded up with the game files. Now all of these files right here, all of these folders make up Fortnite. Every single thing inside of Fortnite is inside these folders. So basically you can port anything, but we're only going to be porting characters today. We'll make a separate video in the future on how to port like props for scene builds and all that sort of stuff, and floors and basically everything else. So I'm going to make a video on that in the future. If you want that, comment below and like the video. So we need to find our character inside these files. Now if we go to the characters folder, there's so many folders, so many files, it's hard to find which one's our skin, because inside the game files all the skins have different names, which is a bit annoying because I don't know why they can't just call it in the game files what it's called in the game. So for instance, the spark plug skin, which is what we're porting today, it's got a completely different name in the game file, so we're going to need to find that out. The way we're going to do that, head over to my Discord server yet again, go to this resources channel and scroll all the way up to the top. There should be all skin IDs for UModel. Just click this link, it will be a Google Drive link. It will take you to this sheet which shows every single skin in the game. That will be on the left. So the first little row will be your the skin name. So for instance, there's like Renegade Raider, Gold Trooper, Nogops. All of the names of the skin in the game will be on the left. Then it will be what's called in UModel the CID, and then it will be what the actual mesh, what the body is called, and the head and the hat, what it's called in UModel. So once you've loaded this up, click Control F to search, and you're just going to search the name of your skin. So you could search Red Knight if you wanted to, which is right here. You could search I'm trying to think of examples. Gold Trooper, I can't spell really, but Gold Trooper, and you find it there. But we're going to be porting Spark Plug. It's quite a complicated skin. Well, it shows everything you sort of need to know about porting, so that's why I chose this skin. Spark Plug in the game files it's called Scrapyard, but our body is called garbage underscore body underscore mesh. The hat's called garbage underscore hat underscore mesh, and the head is Sarah Head. So we're going to need to look for this in the game files. So we're going to start off by searching the body. So we're going to go back over to UModel, flat view, and in this column right here, we're just going to search whatever's in it. So ignore the first bit, only search garbage underscore body. So once we've searched that, we've got a ton of stuff here. We've got male and female. It should be game / characters / player, and either female or male depending on what your character is. So our character is female, so we'll be looking at the female area. I don't know why I'm speaking Spanish. I'm not speaking Spanish. That was just a Spanish accent. I don't know what I'm on about. I'm just going to get back on track because I waffle sometimes. But we're just going to go to the game / characters / player / female or male / medium / bodies, and then it should be the meshes folder. So ignore this textures and materials for now. Make sure that you're selecting the mesh, and just click on one of these mesh folders, untick flat view, and just remove all of this stuff in the search bar. So all of this folder will pop up now in the meshes. Make sure you select the meshes and click the one with nothing after it. So there'll be probably underscore skeleton and underscore and in BP. Ignore that, just double click on the one with nothing after it, and you'll find what you're looking for. This is the body, fully textured, of the skin we're looking for. We're gonna have to texture it in Blender, but this is basically the body so far. So you just literally click File, Open Package to go back. So we've got the body, we just need to right click and export. But before we do that, we need to set a folder for that to happen. So down where it says tools, click this little drop down arrow next to it, click options, and now we need to set a folder for it to export to. So we're going to go this little three dots right here. We're going to go to this PC and wherever you want to put it. So I'm going to put it on the desktop. I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to rename it, and I'm going to call it export. You can call it cosmetics, you can call it whatever skin you're porting, you can call it whatever you want, but I'm calling it export. So click OK, And now whenever we export anything, it will go to the desktop into the folder called export. So once you've done that, click OK, and now you can right click and export. So we've exported the body. Now we need to export the hat and the head. So the hat is called garbage underscore hat underscore mesh. We're going to go back to flat view. We're going to search garbage underscore hat underscore mesh. So just search that a little bit after. Ignore the f underscore med bit or m underscore med bit. Ignore that. Just search the main bit. So ours is garbage underscore hat underscore mesh. There's only one here for us, but let's just click on the meshes folder, untick flat view. Sometimes you might have to put underscores or take away underscores. If nothing pops up for you, take away a few underscores or add a few underscores if there aren't any. Make sure that you'll find it eventually. And if you do have any issues finding anything, come over to my Discord server, go into the UModel channel, and you can ask anything about UModel. You can ask what skins are called in UModel if you can't find it by using the sheet. You can basically ask anything you need to help you. So my server is quite useful, I think. So we have a bunch of moderators on here that are experienced with UModel that can help you. So if you need any help, make sure to put it in there. But if you can find it yourself, that's great. So we're just going to click on the one that pops up here, untick flat view, remove everything from this filter bar, and here we are, it will pop up. So a garbage physics, we need to ignore this. Skeleton, ignore this. And in BP, ignore this. The one with nothing after except from .u asset we need to use. So double click this and it will pop up with the hat of the body we're using, of the character that we're porting to Sparkplug. So this is what the hat looks like, and it also has hair on it. If your hat has hair on it, then you'll need to do something later, but we'll do that in a minute. So make sure that this is all you found this. Go back to file, open package, and just right click this and export. So we need to export the textures as well. So we've exported the hat, we've exported the body. We need to make sure we export the textures. So there'll be another textures folder underneath your skin name, textures folder. Select everything in here, right click and export. Now we need to find the head. So we're going to go back to that sheet over here. We're going to find the head somewhere. So the head is called the Sarah head. For anything else it could be, for instance, robot trouble head, Jane head, love llama head, ice cream head. For us it's the Sarah head. So we're going to go back over to UModel. We're going to flat view, filter, and what we need to search is ASN underscore Sarah head. So we're going to search ASN underscore Sarah underscore head. So just search that main bit of the name. You don't need to search the whole thing because sometimes it might not pop up. Search that main bit, and you're going to need to look for the folder that says game underscore characters game slash characters slash player slash female or male slash medium slash heads, and then find the meshes. So ignore the materials, find those meshes, click on one of them, untick flat view, remove the stuff from the filter bar, and just find the one with nothing after it. So all of this stuff is saying after it. Just double click this Sarah head with nothing after it, and here is the head that we need. So this hair does not pop up on the skin, but we're going to need to remove this in Blender later, so I'm going to show you how to do that. But this is the head that we need to use. So we're going to go back to file, open, we're going to right click this head like so and export. So we've got the head exported, the body exported, and the head exported. Wait, I said head twice. Okay, I'm confusing myself. Go to the textures folder inside the head folder, go to the textures folder, select everything, right click and export. So now we've exported everything into this folder right here called export on our desktop. You can call it whatever you want, wherever you want, but we just put it into this folder right here. All of the stuff we need is in this folder from UModel, so we can close UModel, don't need to use that anymore. We just need to open up a Blender file. So just literally double click Blender wherever you really can find it, double click it, it will open up like this. Remove everything in the file right now, so just select everything and right click and delete. Now we've got an empty Blender file where we need to import all our body, head and hat. So file, import, and nothing will be here. You won't be able to import anything yet. The files are called .psk files, like the body, the hat, and the meshes are called .psk files, but there's no .psk right here, so we need to install an add-on. So go to the edit, preferences, and go to this add-ons area, and we need to click install in a second, but first we need to actually download the add-on. So go to the link in the description and it will be io_import_scene. That is a long name and I can't bother to read it out, but as you can see it's right there, .py file. So once you click this link you'll find all this text. Ignore this text, just click this download right here, click download, and it will download. You can put it on the desktop and keep it in downloads wherever you really need to put it. I've just dragged it to the desktop for convenience. Right, it's right here, .py file, this is all you need. click install in the top right corner, click install, go to the desktop or wherever it is and double click it, and now it's installed. So you can just tick this box right here, import Unreal Skeleton Mesh, make sure this is ticked, and now you can close that. So go back to Blender, now you can go file, import, and you can actually import .psk files now. .psa is like animations, so for example emotes, any emotes basically, that's all it is, and walking and stuff like that. So you won't need to do that. All you need to do is import the skeleton mesh. So .psk, click this, and now you need to find your folder. So we're going to go to the desktop, we're going to go to the export folder, or wherever you've put it and whatever you've called it. It's best to probably put it on the desktop because then you can find it quite easily, because it's always up at system, desktop. So we're going to go to the export folder, game, characters, player, and this is where you get to choose. So if you've ported a female character, it'll be the female folder. If it's the male character, it'll be the male folder, but we're using the female folder. So click female, medium, bodies, we're going to import the body first, whatever your skin could be called, meshes, and just double click on this mesh of the body. So here we are, we've got the body right here. This is the body of the character. We're going to import the hat now. So file, import psk, it will pop up with where we last ported something. So we've opened up the body. There will be a parts folder where you can open the mesh of the hat. So we've imported the hat, the body. Now we need to import the head. So file, import psk, and we need to go back, keep on going back until you get back to the bodies and heads. This heads right here, click heads and find your head. So ours is Sarah head, so we should click Sarah head, meshes, and double click on the Sarah head. So now we've got all of our heads right here, we've got everything that we need. But first, before we do anything, we need to make sure that our hair is correct. So for us, like I mentioned earlier, our hair is glitched because there's a hair on the actual hat that for the skin. So if we search just spark plug skin, if we search this, go to images, this hair is not the same. Like if we look at this character like this, there's no little hair coming down like there is here. So this means that this hair must not be meant to be here. So just click on it, click tab to go to edit mode, click one of these dots, click L, and it will select all of the hair. Make sure to click L, click X, and click delete vertices. So all of the hair will be deleted. There'll be a tiny bit that there's a chance that a tiny bit won't delete because it's separate for some reason. So just click on the extra bit of hair, click L, X, delete the extra bit of hair, L, X, delete, and there's one more bit of hair, so L, X, delete. So we've deleted all the hair like so. The character is looking normal now. It's very blocky and it's got no colour, but we'll fix that in a minute. So right now, if we go and pose it, we can't really do anything because it's not all connected. So the head and the body and the stuff isn't connected, so we need to make sure that's all connected. This is a confusing bit because, well, there's a lot of glitches with this. You need to make sure you do it in this exact order that I show you. So if you don't do it in this exact order, it probably won't work, and you need to also do some parenting. But this parenting is quite simple. I'll show you how to do it exactly. So select the bones. You need to select the bones first. Select the hat, like so, the hat or the face accessory. Select that, then select the head, then select the body. So shift click all of those and click Control J to link them all. And now you need to go select the hat, select the head, select the body mesh this time, so select the actual stuff instead of the bones. Make sure these all selected in this exact order by shift clicking, and click Control J again to link them all. So now everything's connected. If we go to pose, it still won't work. So if we try and pose it, it's a little bit glitched on the face, like very glitched. As you can see, the eyes for some weird reason aren't connected, so we need to fix this. And I spent a while trying to when I first started porting, I had no clue how to fix this, but now I've figured out how to. So first of all, you're going to need to go into the pose mode. So click this little pose underneath the character, click pose, then go to the neck. So there'll be a bone right in the middle of the neck, like just above the shoulders. There'll be a bone right here. Double click it and it will pop up as neck_1 or something like that. So make sure that these are selected, but before you select it, click tab to go into edit mode. So all the bones will turn white. Some of the bones will be like red and green and white. Click tab to go into edit mode, so all of them turn white. Double click on this neck bone and it will pop up with like neck_something.something. So it will pop up with neck. That's all you need to make sure. So this neck bone right here, double click it, click shift G and this will pop up. Shift and G once you've clicked the neck bone, and click this suffix right here, suffix, like so, and a few bones will select. Click X and delete bones. So these bones will delete. You need to do the same thing again if you've if you've got a hat on the character. So if you've merged 3 things at the beginning, make sure you do this twice. If you've only merged 2 things, if it's like just a hat, if it's just a head and a body, then you only need to do it twice. But if you've merged 3 things at the beginning, so we merged a body, a face, and a hat, then we need to do it 2 times. So double click the neck again, click Shift G and suffix and X to delete bones. So nothing will look really that different. It will just look like it. Basically, you can't tell the difference. But if we click tab again, now if we pose, nothing will be different, but it will just make it easier, or it will make it possible to do what we're about to do to fix the eyes. So once you've done this, go back into pose mode and click tab again to go into edit mode. And at the back of the head, there'll be 3 bones. There'll be the face attached bone, the jaw bone, and the head bone. So right at the back of the head, well, not right at the back, but inside the head, there'll be 3 bones. Make sure to click the bottom one, so click the face attached bone and shift click on the head bone, and just click Control and P, and instead of clicking connected, click keep offset. So make sure you click the bottom one, which is the face attach, and the top one, which is the head. Make sure they're both selected and click Control P to keep offset. So now if we go to the pose, it will work perfectly fine. So if we try move this, there'll be no eyes stuck. It does look still a bit weird because we need to get rid of the blockiness and texture it, but that is it basically. We have ported a Fortnite character from the game files over to Blender, and now we just need to do the texturing. So we now need to get out the textures and texture this skin. Now we need to texture this model, so we're going to click on this model, right click and shade smooth. So this will be quite smooth now, it will look not as blocky anymore. So now we fixed the blockiness, we need to texture it now. So select the skin like so, just click on it so it's highlighted in orange, go to the shading tab and go to make sure object selected. If it's on world, click on object, make sure it's still selected in orange and tick use nodes. So as you can see, this material up here, so if we click this little drop down arrow, there'll be garbage body, garbage hat, and Sarah head and Sarah hair. Ignore the hair because we deleted the hair, but if you didn't delete it, then make sure to keep it. So this body right here, we're going to click on the body, make sure principal BASDF and material output here. We need to use the base color, metallic and specular, and the normal. So I'll explain what that means in a minute. Make sure that use nodes is ticked, so basically make sure it looks like this with your body material selected. Now once you've done this, you need to add some image textures, so add 3 image textures. So search, add search image texture like so. Control C to copy and Control V to paste again. Control C to copy and Control V to paste again. So there should be 3 like so. Move them sort of like this, so they're sort of trying, doesn't really matter how you move them, but make sure they look something like this. Now we need to connect color to base color and click open on this image, on this first image texture, and we need to find our textures for the body. So we're going to go to desktop, we're going to export game, characters, player, female, medium, bodies this time, and go to the folders, and instead of clicking meshes like we did earlier, click textures and the garbage body. For the first image texture, we're going to use the D texture, so the one ending in _D for the body. Click this, and as you can see, the body sort of loads up, so the body looks fine now, but we need to add a few more textures to make sure it looks perfect. So as you can see right here, we've got the body like so, it looks colored now instead of being white. So this next image texture we need to add and search separate RPG, I play too much Fortnite, RGB, separate RGB, drag this in here, connect the color to image, and now follow what I do right here, connect this G green to metallic, and this R red to specular. So should look something like this. The R should be connected to metallic and the G should be connected to specular. Now in this image texture we need to open it up, go back to textures and open the S texture, the body S texture. So open it like so, and I think you need to make sure that it says non-color, change it to non-color like so. So make sure that is changed to non-color. Make sure this is stays the same, but this needs to be changed to non-color. This image texture down here we need to add search RGB curves like so, drag it down here, connect color. On the third image texture, connect color if I can, color to color, add search normal map this time. So the third one is image texture, RGB curves, and normal map. Connect color to color and normal to normal. So I'll do a little zoom out in a minute so you know what it looks like. But lastly, with this RGB curves, select G, which is green, and just flip these around. So click this little dot down here, move it up, and click this little dot over here and move it down. Once you've done this, just open the image texture. So for the third one, I'm going to open the image texture. We're going to go back to the textures folder and go to the body and open the end texture for the body. So once you've done this, the body is perfectly textured. Make sure that you change this sRGB to non-color and it will look perfectly fine. This is the body textured. We've perfectly textured the body. Now we need to texture the head and the hat. So all you need to do, make sure that your textures look like this. So you'll have the D, S and N looking exactly like this. Make sure it looks the same. Now we're going to select everything like so, Control C to copy, and we're just going to go over to the hat first. We're going to go over to another one of the textures, so we're going to do the hat, tick to use nodes, select everything in here and just delete it, and now paste everything, Control V to paste, and now all we need to do is just go to these image textures, and instead of doing the body underscore D, we're going to do the hat underscore D. So just click that, cancel, open, textures, and we're just going to do the hat underscore D, and we're going to do the same for the body underscore S. We're going to change it to the hat underscore S like so, and we're going to do the same with the N. We're going to do hat underscore N like so. And now once we've done this and switch back to the body, we have successfully textured a Fortnite character, a Fortnite model, perfectly fine in Blender. If we go to pose mode, we can move this around like so. We can pose him, her, not him, I don't know why I said him, but we can do anything we want with the character. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it did help. Sorry if it's a bit long, but I hope everyone understood what happened in the video. If you need me to remake this tutorial, if you didn't understand it, or you just need any help in general, head over to my Discord server in the description below. Go to the UModel channel or Blender if you're struggling with anything Blender related. But head over to the UModel channel, and if you need any help with UModel or porting, let us know in here. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you on the next one. See you soon.